Everything in this documentary is real. You know why he's so desperate to shut this film down? Because he knows we found things. Footage, phone calls, conversations he recorded himself, contracts, NDAs, real receipts. But Diddy ain't the only problem. He's just a symbol. This industry is full of people like him smiling in the spotlight while pulling strings and hurting people behind the scenes. I don't make things up.
We got Ciroc. Damn, we got all. And y'all want Diddy to come to my room. He ain't even brought no Ciroc. I don't want that old around me. He old ass.
African champ. Ain't no more team. What is Puffy doing?
The world of hip-hop has been rocked by explosive leaks revealing shocking secrets behind the bond between Diddy and Burna Boy. What seemed like a harmonious relationship between two industry giants has turned into a saga filled with scandal, betrayal, and mystery. In 50 Cent's latest documentary, he uncovers the untold truth behind these leaks, exposing the power plays, media manipulation, and the hidden drama that unfolded behind closed doors. It all started with a photo. Burna Boy and Diddy, two superstars from different worlds, embracing each other in a moment of unity. What seemed like a symbol of musical collaboration quickly became the focal point for one of the biggest controversies in music. When Diddy's legal battles erupted, that picture took on a darker tone. Fans began to question whether this was a genuine bond of brotherhood or just another calculated move in the music industry. 50 Cent delves into how a simple photo set off a chain of events, turning admiration into suspicion and setting the stage for a public unraveling that no one saw coming.
I know a lot of people want to hear these stories and everything like that because this is stuff that happened back in the day. And then maybe that if they knew there was going to ever be a YouTube or they knew there was going to ever be social media, a lot of the stuff probably wouldn't have got played out like it did. But things happen and these are just stories from the past. I would like to use that as, what you call that, just to clear the facts up what's going on. But it all started, we was in Atlanta. And this story starts when I'm with Puff and he's in the exotic bookstores and he's doing shopping, right? He's shopping, getting his stuff and everything like that. So, you know, this is the first time I was ever in an exotic bookstore with Puff. So, you know, I'm giving him his space. He's taking things off the shelves and stuff like that because they gave him a brown paper bag. When they gave him a brown paper bag, he was just putting stuff in there. So I said, damn, you know, he got to go put it on the counter and, you know, show everybody what he's getting. So as he going, I'm just looking at the places where he picking stuff from. So there's one part he picked up some things from up here on my left side. And then he picked like quite a few of them down. I was like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there and it said butt plugs. And I was like, hey, yo, I was messing with him. Because people don't understand, you know, we was like friends. He was a part of the same gang. So I'm still gonna tease him. I'm still gonna mess with him and everything like that. I could do that. It wasn't just no security thing. So I say, yo, what are you getting this for? And it said butt plugs. And he was like, yo, can I do my shopping by myself? I said, yeah, you can do it by yourself, brother. And he started walking and everything like that. When he got to, I just waited at the counter. When he got to the counter, he didn't even have to show the guy nothing. He just gave the guy a wad of money. I mean, like he gave the guy a stack something like this. And Puff wasn't the dude that carried no 20s and no 50s and nothing like that. And I mean, like, he just said, boom. And we walked out the store.
Burna Boy, a global force in African music, and Diddy, a mogul who could shape and shatter empires, came together to create something legendary. Their collaboration on Twice as Tall was a game share, earning them a Grammy and marking Burna's biggest international success. But behind the accolades, cracks began to appear. Was the bond between Burna and Diddy truly based on mutual respect? Or was there a hidden agenda beneath the surface? 50 Cent breaks down how their partnership was much more than just music. It was a complex mix of business, power, and ambition that led to unintended consequences.
So we had to leave Atlanta and go to North Carolina for a show. You understand? And it was him, this rapper, Sarah, and this other girl. We all got on a G5 jet, and we flew to G4 jet, and we flew to North Carolina. So later on that, I think that afternoon, same day, this rapper and him, they all in the room together. You know, it's Sarah, the girl, Puff, and this dude, this rapper. So I'm here at the door and stuff like that, like, yeah. So then next thing you know, somebody rang the doorbell. We had the presidential suite where we was at. So I opened the door and the dude said, yo, I'm here for my cousin. I said, who your cousin? And he said, Ja Rule. I said, well, he busy right now. He said, he busy doing what? I said, he with Puff, they're in the room, they busy, they don't want to be bothered. He said, well, I'm going in there. I said, bruh, you ain't going in there because he told me they don't want nobody to be bothering them. He was like, yo, I don't care, man, I'm going in there. That bull like that. I said, yo, bruh, Jesus Christ had to come down here and take the air out of my body before you get in that room right there. Watch. He tried to bum rush me. I grabbed him and threw him against the piano. When I threw him into the piano, Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked. And so then Ja was like, yo, what's going on? Yo, G, that's my cousin. He know me well, you know, and Puff was like, yo, G, what happened? I said, he tried to get in the room. I told him he couldn't get in the room. And he was like, Puff looked at Ja. He said, yo, Ja said, you ain't want to go in that room because there's a lot of freaking going on. So I was like, oh, he said it was a lot of going on. So that was basically that story, man. You know what I'm saying? They went back in the room. Dude felt a certain kind of way, and he left out. So I seen them at the concert the next day, and they tried to, you know, form up against me. But my man Frank was like, I told my man Frank, I was like, yo, Frank, put yourself in that position. Somebody trying to get in the room, and Ja told you don't let nobody get in the room. What would you do? Now, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do, man, but you know I ain't taking no losses. He said, yo, you good, and that was it. Bruh, when Ja said, you don't want to come up in there, a lot of freaky stuff is going on.
As rumors of a tape began to spread, the tension surrounding their relationship reached new heights. This wasn't just gossip. It was a ticking time bomb. Allegations of secret manipulations, shady business deals, and betrayal filled the air. Burna Boy stayed silent, refusing to engage. But in the age of social media, silence is often seen as guilt. As the rumors grew louder, Burna found himself caught in a whirlwind of speculation. 50 Cent explores how silence rather than clearing Burna's name only fueled the fire. When your story is controlled by the public, it's no longer yours to tell.
That's crazy, bruh. So now, you think certain politicians, you think certain actors, actresses, they drink and smoke and we know they love pink cocaine. You know they got weed all in the air. They dropping ecstasy pills. They dropping some other kind of sexual pill. Man, do you think he ain't got nobody on tape, bruh? So now, can y'all go get those tapes? If he was blackmailing Cassie and Cassie's mother had to give him $20,000 for her tapes allegedly, you think he ain't bribing nobody else? Or people ain't worried about that shit? That they got to do business with him? Because they know what they did at the Diddy party? So those tapes was important. And the federal government, when they showed some of the stuff that was happening in there, you could see the jury cringing. So it was easy for them to come back.
Then came the diss track from Nigerian artist Speed Darlington. Baby Oil mocked Burna Boy and hinted at Diddy's hidden influence. What started as a playful jab soon escalated into something darker when Speed's car was attacked in Lagos. His mother's tearful plea for Burna to intervene only added fuel to the fire, turning what was once a musical spat into a real-world confrontation. 50 Cent breaks down how one diss track, originally just words, turned into a violent reality. The line between rumor and reality blurred, and the stakes became far higher than anyone anticipated.
With those charges for the sex offenses, or, the prostitution for selling and promoting prostitution, it was easy for them to come back with that. Listen to him. Y'all heard the same thing that I heard. When they raided his house, y'all saw the same thing I saw. They took computers, tapes. You think wasn't nothing on those tapes, y'all? You think they didn't log those tapes? Why did they, hold up. Yo, I just caught a jewel. They used the tape that Cassie sent them. That Cassie had. They used the tape that Cassie had that they showed to the jurors. Why do you think they didn't use the tape that they got from Diddy house? Because that would have them had to log that in. It would have been public record. And at one given time, when it's a public record out of this trial, you could go see it. You could go get those tapes, copies of those tapes, because it's public record.
Behind the scenes, Burna Boy worked tirelessly to manage the damage. His legal team scrambled to handle the fallout while Burna himself vented his frustration on Twitter. Each tweet, though meant to deny the rumors, only seemed to reinforce them. Fans began to pick apart his lyrics, searching for hidden messages that could explain the leaks. What was once art became evidence, and Burna's career was suddenly in the crosshairs. 50 Cent dives into how Burna's own creative expression became a double-edged sword. In today's digital age, every word, every action is subject to public scrutiny, and it's a game where the rules are always changing.
Do they take the massage oil with them when they go? No. They just walk out to people who are being arrested. If you ever seen a person getting arrested and the people being arrested in those brothel houses, do they take out the stuff in the brothel houses? No, they don't. They take the individuals who are being arrested out the brothel houses. For them to take 1,000 bottles of baby oil, it's like that they did not leave one. They left people there, but they ain't leave not one bottle. Nobody needed no baby oil. So my whole thing about it is that there was something in that other than baby oil. That's why they took all the bottles. And 9 times out of 10, if I would give it a wild guess, it was, and like some of the people told me, it was probably that GHB.
What's that?
I think it's gamma hydrox. I looked it up, bro. Let me see. See if I can find it. I know this is just showing everything like that, but oh no. Let me. Yo, somebody tap dance or sing or do something, you know what I'm saying, while I'm doing this. Oh, here it go right here.
It's gamma hydroxy butyric.
Devastating leak came in the form of a post allegedly from Diddy. I helped you win that Grammy. You thought you could do it without me. Whether real or fake, the timing of the post couldn't have been worse. It cast Burna's monumental success as something he owed to Diddy, not a result of his own talent and hard work. Fans began to question everything from Burna's intentions to his lyrics. One post, one piece of information can completely alter the narrative. 50 Cent explores how Diddy's alleged words caused irreversible damage to Burna Boy's credibility and reputation.
I ain't seen though. We ain't have no weird shit like that going on around us. I wouldn't have known about no pills or no special oil in the baby oil and stuff like that, you know? People been talking about that lately. See how people lately been talking about in the interview, how there was some, I think it was some horse, what they call it, the stuff that they put horse and make down, some type of heart tranquilizer that's put in no baby oil bottles. Y'all think it was just baby oil, y'all? Are y'all that stupid? Do y'all know it was more shit in those bottles of oils? That was just a cover-up. Y'all don't realize that there was other stuff in those bottles that made people either go to sleep or get freaky or get horny or something in those bottles that's getting tested. It's not illegal to have baby oil in your house. Why the hell would the police take baby oil? What's illegal about some baby oil? Are y'all that stupid? It's shit that's mixed in that baby oil or in those baby oil bottles. That's how concerned, y'all. Come on, y'all. Anybody guards keep talking about it. They better shut up. They better shut up. Y'all need to go in there and tell them, stop. But no, Jay Prince ain't had nothing. Jay Prince ain't had nothing to do with this shit. Jay Prince not a rat, y'all. I don't know. We talk about executives. Somebody asked me in the comment section what black executive it appears that don't do anything weird. The only person I could think of was Babyface. Maybe L.A. Reid. You haven't heard too much about him. And Babyface. You know, they might have, you know, some people will say they beat him out of some money and stuff like that. But I don't think Jay Prince a snitch. I'm not one to do all of that, what Suge and maybe even Wack 100 have said about Jay Prince. He seemed to be solid to me. He talk a little tougher than what, you know, he might be.
As Diddy faced legal charges and Burna Boy retreated from the spotlight, the world was left to wonder, was Burna simply a victim in this tangled mess, or was he complicit in something larger? Fame, it turns out, is not freedom. It's a game of survival. The truth is elusive, and sometimes it's easier to accept the myth than to uncover what's real. 50 Cent reflects on how fame isn't a privilege, it's a trap. Burna and Diddy, despite their success, both paid a heavy price for their place in the spotlight.
Special K and cocaine. Now see, the cocaine keep you up all night, but unfortunately it gives you limp noodle because of what the blood flow is. So you want to stuck with a half-hard dick all night. So that's why you had the Viagra, to make sure that the dick involuntarily stays hard while you're numbing your fucking self with the coke. Now see, the ketamine, that's a horse tranquilizer. So that relaxes all your muscles. You could get fucked by 80 fucking ton gorillas. You wouldn't feel a thing. So now, your dick is gonna stay hard. You numbed up and you high. You got the ketamine in you so you don't feel shit. And then you add the ecstasy to put in the feeling that you've now blocked out. And now you got a party.
Freak off cocktail.
Yeah. So now, the Tootsie they done skipped. They done skipped all the steps. They condensed it.
Wow.
So you got the cocaine in there, and then you got the ketamine in there, and they say that some of the dealers add the ecstasy in there. Now the Viagra, you still got to take that solo. But with the tipsy, you got all of that. The gay cocktail, off cocktail, in the one thing. And the reason why it's pink is because they put the food coloring in it. They think, he said he think they got it from the Breaking Bad. You remember how they was making the meth, and they made it a special color, so they done that with the Tootsie.
Wow.
It's the food coloring.
You think that... Like,
if you need more. When did high not get high enough? Like, I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, to the point where you have to fly it across, like, I need that here tonight. Can you get that here? Like, no...
I need that here. You got 3 drugs. Powerful drugs. And food coloring.
Shit. Okay.
You are numb. You are wired. You pop that Viagra. You a f***ing machine. You anything. You a brick wall wouldn't even feel it.
I'm sure there's footage of that.
Like real rap. Like that right there is like, that's like, you know, cut me open right now, man. I ain't even gonna bleed. Like, it's wild. Like this Tootsie shit. Now I see how Young Miami can take all that pressure. She on the Tootsie. They be thinking these is over here like killing the game. They don't feel nothing, that's why they do it.
In this documentary, 50 Cent then uncovers exclusive footage and interviews revealing the untold truths behind the Diddy Burna Boy saga. What started as a partnership between 2 musical giants became a tangled web of manipulation and deceit. The music industry, often viewed as a place of creativity, hides darker forces at work. The entertainment industry is filled with hidden deals and unspoken power plays. 50 Cent breaks down how the industry shaped Burna's rise and Diddy's eventual fall from grace.